The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, y'all, help us welcome back the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. Listen, man, the question of the day is, when you talk to yourself, what is it that you say? Listen, I love the song for the day. The song says we need to encourage ourselves in the Lord. Listen, all of us find ourselves from time to time being hit and hurt by this thing called life, to the point where we become distressed, even discouraged. And then there are those times when we mess up ourselves, and before you know it, we are saying bad things to us, about us. But that's not what David did. At a low point in his life, David said, I'm going to encourage myself in the Lord. And so that's the question I'm raising to everyone today, and that is, do you encourage yourself or discourage yourself? Here's my recommendation. When life goes wrong, don't you go wrong with it. When life goes wrong, don't speak wrong to yourself, but instead learn the power of life and death is in the tongue. Therefore, if you speak over yourself and over your situation in a way that is positive, somehow you will have the strength to get through what is negative. I love that right there, because it says to all of us, we can learn better how to speak over ourselves and over our situation. Here's what you ought to say about yourself and your situation. I can do all things through Christ who gives me the strength. That's a time when you find yourself wondering if you can, and something in you wants to say you can't. But here's what you say: I can do all things through Christ who gives me the strength. Speak over yourself. But not only that, here's a good thing, another good thing, and that is, not only can you do all things through Christ who strengthens you, but greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Listen, whatever is coming at you, it's not greater than the God above you who lives within you and gives you the power to overcome what comes after you. Listen, I'm simply trying to say, encourage yourself by speaking positively over yourself, words that come from God's word. And when you do that, you can testify, I'm encouraged to keep on keeping on. I'm encouraged not to give up. I'm encouraged to believe. And if I believe, I'm going to achieve, because I am encouraged. God bless you. Have a great day.
I know that's right. All right, let's get into some music. Appreciate that word this morning. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one, bro.
Hey, you too. Encourage yourself. Here we go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 14 after the hour. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is being brought to you by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Wednesday news. The 2024 Biden-Harris campaign announced a national advisory board who will deliver the campaign's message and engage voters across the country. Chaired by U.S. Rep. Nancy Pelosi, the board comprises diverse voices, including Black and LGBTQ+ Democrats, to ensure outreach to voters of color and other coalition groups who will be crucial in next year's general election. In other news, researchers now have a major clue that could help protect people at risk for Alzheimer's, a form of dementia that affects memory. A man with a rare gene kept normal brain function for decades longer than he should have based on his family history. Scientists say that understanding how this gene change defended his brain may help Alzheimer's in other people. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
NBA playoffs, Western
Conference Finals is going on. Tipped off last night. Nuggets take game 1 over the Lakers. Nikola Jokic, 34 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, another triple-double. LeBron and them got down like 21 points, but they came back and made it interesting. So we're going to see Anthony Davis continues to ball out. 40 points. It's going down. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. Miami versus Boston. Let's get ready for that. And Memphis, let's back up. LeBron James pretty much broke down how they lost the game.
I think they had more offensive rebounds than we had total rebounds in the first half. And, that led to them getting second chance points. They also got on the fast break and killed us in the fast break in the first half, and it was 10 for 10 from the free throw line. So, I know the game is won in 48 minutes, but they set the tone in 24 minutes, and, we was playing catch-up for the next 24.
Real quick, man, Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant released a statement regarding his recent IG Live gun video, and we're going to be hearing from NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
Gone now.
Adam Silver expressed his thoughts, man. So my next sports report, we're going to get into this and talk about the statement that Ja Morant released. That's my sports report right there. What up there, Gary?
All right, y'all. People are still talking about rapper Lil Wayne, y'all. Now, it's being reported that Lil Wayne, y'all, was clearly unhappy, honey, with the vibe of the Los Angeles crowd during the final stop of his Welcome to the Carter tour back at the Wilton Theater in Koreatown. Now, they're saying hip-hop reported that the 40-year-old rapper hit the stage. Now, listen to this. He hit the stage, y'all, over an hour late. Then, y'all, after about 30 minutes and bringing up surprise guests like 2 Chainz and so many more, they're saying Lil Wayne walked off the stage and people thought he was going to take a break, and they're saying that he did not return. Well, he said, he posted a video. He was wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey, and they're saying that he cut the entire show short. They said he turned to some of the guests and said, "We appreciate it, but we ain't about to be bending over here backwards, honey, to these folks." He said, "We worked too hard for this mess, and we work way too hard, y'all." And they said he turned to the crowd and told them, "Y'all look, bye, honey. We appreciate y'all," and left. Ricky, have you ever went out on stage to a crowd and they were just lackluster, and did you leave or did you try to
Sure did.
perform?
Walk the hell off. Walk the hell off and offer them their money back. I said, hey, now what I did, I said, I'm going to let y'all sit in here for about 5 minutes because I want y'all to figure out why y'all came, because I'm on stage, everybody looking at their phone, ain't nobody clapping for all the other comedians. It's just been kind of dry. We do this for a living. We know it, so you can't say the comedians ain't bad. Sometimes you have an off audience. So I'm going to play some music. I'm going to walk off stage and let you figure out why you came. If it don't work out, I'm going to treat it like a relationship. I give everybody a refund, and we can all go home and wait for the next show. And I went off stage for about 7 minutes. When I came back on stage, you would have thought Michael Jackson had came back from the grave or whatever.
What?
Because sometimes you got to let the audience know. Sometimes it's not a good audience. It's not.
Really?
Brad, am I wrong about that?
You're not wrong.
Well, honey,
Yeah.
I guess we Lil Wayne did it, so I would have never thought you would have done that. But hey, you do what you
Damn
got
right
to do.
I walk on. Ain't nobody gonna perform through no foolishness. You got this person over here talking, and you got a commotion going on over here. Everybody looking at their phone. Everybody on Facebook Live. I'm not performing through that. I'm too old, and I don't have time for that. So if you want to come to a show, have a good time, put the damn phones in your pocketbook, clap for the comedian, show love, because if you don't laugh, we're responding to your laugh. So the comedy is a back and forth between the comedian and the audience. So I'll leave you sitting in there, because if you don't want to have a good time, I could be at home in the bed with my grandkids. I ain't got time for that.
All right. And the
You don't want
Kaluna
to have a
Day,
good time,
y'all.
stay your ass at home. I done got mad. You don't ever bring that up.
Yes,
That's
you
a
did.
personal thing. All in my feelings about. I don't care about nothing.
And let me do the color. The color day, y'all, sun-washed blonde. On the high end, you say sun-washed blonde, and on the low, you say beautiful
Man, what I'm
gold.
saying.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. It's time for the hot spot. What up, Rock T?
What up there, Rick Dog? Putting it down for the Briggity Tap, man. So reports say that 3 NYPD cops have been charged for stealing nearly $3,000 worth of Jay-Z's Ace of Spades champagne at a music festival last year, according to Billboard. Felony charges against the officers for taking bottles of the champagne at Electric Zoo in September of 2022. Facing one fourth degree charge of grand larceny, 1 fourth-degree charge of criminal possession of stolen property, and official misconduct. The 3 detectives were in charge of narcotics at the festival and saw 3 VIP attendees order bottles of Ace of Spades. Once the attendees stepped away, Gonzalez allegedly took 2 bottles, worth $2,900 in total.
Hell no.
Then retrieved the backpack, and then Check allegedly gave Gonzalez the bottles to be placed in the backpack. Golden saw what took place, but reportedly didn't do nothing about it. Once the detectives left the VIP area and went back to a staff-only location, they were met by 2 attendees who saw the man take the champagne bottles, who then reported the incident to a security guard on location.
Bogus and dirty, like always.
Is it worth it, though, man? Is it worth it?
Getting people like that off the police force, absolutely yes. Because if they do that, ain't no telling what else they'll do.
Right?
That's right.
No telling what else they done stole in the past. They just finally got caught.
Mm-hmm. Right.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, the 2023 Tony Awards will be televised after all. While the Tony Awards Management Committee was denied a waiver by the WGA last week, the committee appealed to the WGA on Monday after Tony Award producers said they would change the show to conform with specific requests from the WGA. The WGA said they would not picket the event. Beyonce seemingly teased a new hair care line on Instagram yesterday, man. A lot of people been talking about this. The singer posted a pic of herself doing her hair along with the caption, "How many of y'all knew my first job was sweeping hair in my mama's salon?" Destiny's Child got our start by performing for clients while they were getting their hair done.
Yeah.
I was exposed.
Miss Tina used to own 2 beauty shops in Houston.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. She continued to say, "I was exposed to so many different kinds of entrepreneurial women in her salon." She continued, "I saw firsthand how the ways we nurture and celebrate hair care and can directly impact our souls. I watched her heal and be of service to so many women. Having learned so much on my hair journey, I've always dreamed of carrying on her legacy. She ended with, "I can't wait for you to experience what I've been creating." Gary, you gonna get some of these products?
Oh, yeah, honey. I love Beyonce's products. I hope she has some for men for tangled hair and stuff, so that'll be good.
Going down there getting that damn, letting Pedro put that perm in your hair and that, just for men every week. Sitting up here looking like you 13 years old. And bought your damn hairline all the way down to your eyebrows. You're alive.
That's right, baby. Y'all better catch it, honey.
Sitting up here looking like Ron Isley.
I'm talking about jet black. His hair navy blue.
Yeah.
Like dyed it so much. Gary, go on, let your little gray come out.
I wish I would, but y'all be calling me a gray head punk.
Gary said, until Jermaine Jackson do it, I ain't gonna do it.
And then grow your beard out where you can be one of the LGBT OGs.
Oh, and you know how I look at those girls. I'm like, look at this. Oh, go ahead, Rick. I ain't say
that.
Yeah. Well, that's what's hot in the hot spot, man. We got the HBC coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBC, you know.
Allow me to clear my throat, baby. It's going down. HBC, it's another opportunity to highlight, showcase, and put a spotlight on our phenomenal heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. We heading down to Jacksonville, Florida, to Edward Waters College, established in 1866, home of the Triple Threat Marching Band. Shout out to the purple, orange, and white Tigers and Lady Tigers. Oh, yeah, let's talk about one of y'all's former students, Mr. Buck O'Neal, former Negro League baseball player, played first baseman for the Memphis Red Sox and the Kansas City Monarchs, a proud champion of the Negro League World Series in 1942. His baseball career was interrupted for 2 years during World War II when he joined the Navy. After his playing days, he became the first African-American coach in Major League Baseball. Oh, I ain't done. The Hall of Fame named the Lifetime Achievement Award after Buck O'Neal. And oh, by the way, his life was documented in the award-winning book, The Soul of Baseball. Big up to my brother in baseball, Mr. Buck O'Neal. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU, know.
Yeah, bring the chat. What you got coming up next?
Well, you know, Rock T, it's graduation season, and we know people want to walk across that stage. But Henry Ford College grad Kelsey Hootie said nothing was going to stop her from getting on that stage. Not even her new baby that was about to arrive. She said, I remember how excited I was in high school when I walked that stage. So I was like, nothing is going to stop me, even if I have the baby and have to hold her in my arms, she said. She didn't have the baby in her arms Saturday, but she was 38 weeks pregnant, dilated, and in labor. Oh, my God. Man. A family member who works at the college made sure Hootie could receive her degree and make it to the hospital to give birth. So they set her on the stage and got her diploma, and she was in and out. The school's president came on stage early and called Hootie up so she could receive her associate in arts. Now, after getting her degree, she headed to the hospital and gave birth to her baby girl within minutes of her arrival. The new mother is quoted saying, just don't give up. That's just the biggest thing. Don't give up. If you have a goal, meet it. And Hootie plans to continue her education at Eastern Michigan University, where she wants to get a degree in education.
Man.
All right, for being determined to get that degree and walk across that stage.
Now, Brad, would you have done that?
Absolutely not.
You would have said that doggone paper going to have to wait.
Absolutely not. They can mail me that paper. But I mean, I understand if that's something that you really, really wanted to do in life, you know. As long as I got my diploma and I know I worked hard to get it, and if I couldn't make it to graduation because I'm having a baby, I would rather be safe and be at the hospital having my baby than waiting for it to come out on stage.
Can you imagine if she would have had that doggone baby on stage, man?
I mean, you worked so hard all them years. I was pregnant my senior year at FAMU, and I was determined to, Dr. Humphreys used to say, 4, no more. Get your degree and get out of here. So I was determined, and I did it. So I definitely relate to her.
That's why I didn't have all that stress. I just didn't graduate.
Oh, well, that's a solution.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Congratulations goes out, Ricky, to Miss Kiara Sheard Kelly, y'all. It's being reported, y'all, that she is expecting her first baby with her husband, Jordan Kelly, y'all, after a series of miscarriages. They're saying Kiara Sheard Kelly, yes, is going to be a mom. The gospel singer, y'all, 35, is pregnant, expecting her first baby with her husband, Jordan Kelly, 32, a rep for the Sheard Kelly confirmed. She said, quote, I am so excited and blessed to have this opportunity to carry my prayer and watch our baby grow, she said. She said, I'm most excited about raising a game changer, loving someone so deep and having that same impact my mother had on me. She said, I think I'll be raising one of my best friends, y'all. She said also, quote, God still showed her that he's in charge and to keep believing. She said, I've been fearful and have worried, but God has sent me constant reminders and ways of affirmation. My husband's faith and declaration have stood in place of my lack many times. Honey, isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, that is, it's amazing. I mean, a lot of people are having babies, and I've never really seen so many people, really wanting to have kids and stuff. Back in the day, some people said, I don't want no children, but nowadays, people are having kids. More people want to have kids and stuff, and that's a good thing. That's going to be the next, is that the next generation? These kids going to be considered as, or, I don't know, but anyway.
It's just a baby boom right now.
Yeah, that's what the word I'm looking for, a baby boom. It's a baby boom right now, so congratulations to Kiara. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. They're saying people want to talk about how Jonathan Majors and Megan Good's longtime friendship turned romantic. Now, they're saying over the weekend, y'all, it was revealed that actor Jonathan Majors and Miss actress Megan Good had quietly began seeing each other. Well, according to a new report, they're saying that Jonathan and Megan are longtime friends, but things only turned romantic, y'all. They're saying after, honey, he got in trouble. Now, according to People magazine, they're saying Jonathan Majors and Megan Good friendship turned romantic as she supported him amid his assault charges and allegations. Now, they said Megan and Jonathan have maintained a friendship for some time, and the source also said, adding that following the allegations made against Majors, Megan, has shown considerable support towards him. They're saying, quote, it seems that their relationship has developed further, from that point. And the sources said, but then, they got people out there, Ricky, people gonna always say bad, negative things, honey. But somebody said, a person named Killer said that they're not surprised, honey. They're saying they're not surprised that he is, they said because, honey, Jonathan is friends with Michael B. Jordan. They're saying Michael B. Jordan probably told him, honey, about his black girl bearded contract with Lori and gave him an idea.
Well, the thing about it, behind every good man, there's a good woman. Maybe she can get him and lift him up and build him up. She got connections, and maybe they can do something together. You just never know. But that's a good way to just bring some happiness into your life and clean up your reputation a little bit. Let that relationship settle down and enjoy her, and then slowly start to work your way back into the system that kicked you out, what they never should have done in the first place because he didn't do anything. But, if he can find real love, true love out of that whole situation, that's more valuable than any movie and than any amount of money can buy.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, really? Well, you ain't gonna come find no damn real love with me then after that is Muffy. Then damn it kicked you to the curb. Now all of a sudden you coming over here to
not Muffy.
Yeah, so no, sir, honey. No, well, too bad, Ricky. That one don't work well with me. But anyway, it sounds good.
Trying to bring it home.
It sounds good, baby. You said that, honey, like you wrote it down yourself. But anyway.
Yeah. I'd rather have love than have all the riches of the world and be by myself, but to have love and be broke and eating at Burger King. I'd rather have the love. I'd choose the love in Burger King.
What?
Than lavish ass steak down by your damn self. But love in Burger King, it just feels better at night. Stomach hurt, but
Yeah, well, did the SOS band say love don't live here anymore? So I don't think I'm having that love. But anyway, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day, y'all, is sun-washed blonde. If y'all didn't know that, this is the hottest color for the season, and it's the color that Beyonce is wearing. Sun-washed blonde on the high end, and on the low end, just say beautiful like gold. That's your color for today.
Oh, that was beautiful, Gary. That was beautiful. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, let's run them on the show. And get at your boy, 866-9-RICKEY. Let's go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Because you woke up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. Smiley Morning Show. Want to know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This is Patricia Sanders from St. Louis, Missouri. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I want to wake up my sisters and brothers in Pompano Beach, Florida, and my mama Terry. Y'all wake up, wake up, wake up. I would like to say wake up to all six of my children, James, Tarad, Danielle, Kaniri, and Junior. Wake up, wake up, wake up. In the Raleigh area, North Carolina, DMV. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning, good morning. This is Leah calling out of Stanford. I'm calling to wake up Bluntstown, Stanford, and that Gatlin family. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Ricky, love you.
We like to wake up, Ollie, Georgia. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
When you at Miami, wake up. Seattle, wake up. And Detroit, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louis, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. And Memphis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, man, real big shout out to, man, everybody in KC, Kansas City this morning. KC R&B 106.9 FM, man. Love y'all. Thank y'all for the opportunity, to the Carter family, everybody. Thank you so much for this great opportunity to be on your airways in the morning. Rock, what you got, Rock?
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Jenkins.
Good morning.
Just thank the Lord this morning for waking me up.
Yeah.
Closing my right mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What the day is?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, thank the Lord for waking me up and closed in my right mind. What the day is?
It's Wednesday, Miss Jenkins.
I thank the Lord for waking me up and clothed in my right mind. Hear thy church announcement this morning, govern yourself. On this Tuesday morning, just want to thank him for having me enclosed.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, Miss Jenkins.
It's hump day.
Now, the Memorial Day cookout is next Saturday, and all members of the motherboard that's at least 77 years old and don't need a walker that's competing in the wet choir robe twerk contest. Please sign up on the board next to the secretary's office following service. That's the wet choir robe twerk contest. Janie, I think they're taking it a little too far.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about in the annual meeting, the annual church meeting. Now, I don't know. A wet choir robe twerking contest, the nasty heifers. That's just my opinion, Janie, but that's what Pastor like, apparently. And then the pastor said that anybody that's been baptized the past 2 months need to get re-dipped. They need to get re-dipped. Because he said one of the deacons had been using the baptismal pool as a hot tub for him and a choir member he was messing around with. And that put bad spirits in the pool. So y'all got to re-dip in new water. Janie, you going back in the water?
Oh, if I have to.
Yeah, you need to go back in the water. The stuff you be doing at the karaoke with the draws. Pastor definitely want to re-dip you. Now, Big Chris don't have to be re-dipped. He going to heaven anyway. So we just happy for him. The funeral service for Brother Frank Hodges, you know him, Janie?
Yeah.
That funeral service is on Monday at 2 p.m. That's Monday at 2 p.m. He was 72. And he had worked 50 years as a mailman, and over the years got bit 15 times by big dogs, little dogs, medium dogs, purebred dogs, stray dogs, and even a Q dog. But that ain't what killed him.
What killed him?
Ironically, he died Sunday night watching the basketball game and choked to death on a hush puppy. So that funeral will be Monday at 2 p.m. and that concludes our church announcement. All right, thank you, Janie. I'll call you tomorrow. All right. Hey, what up, Black Tony?
Hey, what's up, Rick? This Darius, man.
What?
Man, this Darius, Rick.
Oh, what up, Darius?
Goodness. You got it. I got it. Now, I definitely supposed to be in that.
Yeah, you can't. Y'all can't do that, man. If Black Tony got you calling in, got you filling in for him, you can't call in. He got it just seemed like he got you calling in, like filling in, calling in.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? And that's the subject of the matter. You can't just keep calling in and coming up with excuses. And I you know where I'm at, Rick? You know where I'm at right now?
Yeah.
You know, I've been up all night. You know where I'm at?
Where you at, Darius?
I'm at a hotel, man. I got this suite, and man, that's what I'm talking about. People not calling, being courteous. Man, why I've been waiting on this girl all night. I done got this suite, and women, they playing games, bruh. And I done paid $214 for this room, and this girl been playing game. I've been waiting on her since 8:40 last night, bruh. And I done paid and I ain't finna waste this money. And she's supposed to, every 30 minutes she called with another excuse. or another text. I finna drop my friend off, and then I'll be right up there. I gotta stop and get some gas. Why people won't just tell the truth and got me wasting my money in this hotel, and I'm starving, and they talking about a continental breakfast.
What?
I'm up here, Rick.
I mean, you should. I mean, why you ain't just get up and come on to work to fill in for Black Tony?
Because I ain't put in no work, and I'm up here. I got this room, and when people she keep leading me on, telling me, "What's up, bro?"
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Hey, Rick, you ever been stood up? You ever put on a bunch of cologne and been and took 2 showers and waited on somebody, and then you done spent your money in a hotel, and I'm sitting up here like this, and then what you gonna do? And I got a late checkout, so somebody, I've been to the lobby 2 times. Somebody gonna get it. I'm telling you that right now, because this money ain't gonna go to waste.
So basically, you just trying not to let the room go to waste.
Man, I'm not trying to let the room or the body. I'm not. My body is. I prep my body for this night with somebody, man. And I ain't finna do that. I done shaved my body. I done put on this cologne.
Wait a minute, hold on, Darius. You shave your whole body?
I shaved my body because I just wanted to look nice. And I'm sitting up here in this girl study playing, bro. It just study texting,
so you Brazilian wax yourself for this chick, your whole body.
I did my whole body, bro, and then the reason I almost then I man I slid off.
You know how them Labradors look like they have rabies.
You know what, bro? Can I ask you something? Since you want to play so much, Can I? What y'all about to get into?
Stop dumbing down who you are so you can fit in with where you left. You're not supposed to get along with everybody. Everybody's not supposed to like you. Stop crying about people hating on you. They're supposed to hate on you. If you're a leader, they are going to hate on you. That's part of the job requirement.
It sure is. That's a good word right there.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Andy Cohen, y'all, is finally speaking out, y'all. They're saying that he was shocked, honey, to hear that Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman, y'all, were divorced. He said, but their money troubles did not shock him at all. Oh. Now, they're saying, no, honey, they said the couple owe the IRS over $1 million, y'all, in back taxes. And they're saying, quote, there are so many clips, Andy said, of me saying to Kim, I am worried about the way you spend your money. He told Kim, he is not a football player, honey. He is a retired football player. He told Andy said on Andy Cohen Live, he said Croy was a retired football player. They didn't have the football player money coming in anymore, he said. And, he also went on to say that, they were just spending money and how they owe, honey, the state of Georgia $15,000, which is really not a lot of money, but they owe that. And he said that the money has been a huge issue. Now they're saying that the $1 million tax payment was just way too much pressure on them. Now, he said they announced a divorce earlier this month. Now, Kim and Croy were married, y'all, for almost 12 years, and they have 4 beautiful kids together. Kim posted on social media, honey, that, quote, she is looking for, honey, her next big papa.
What?
I know. I don't believe she said that.
She said that?
That's what they said. She did on social media.
Kim Kardashian?
No, Kim Zolciak from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sweetie, old Paul.
None about it.
But Ricky, Leroy will sell his mama for Kim. So don't say that.
I wonder what they did with the money from all of the reality show they had.
She spun it.
Wow.
Allegedly. She used to like to spend money, baby. She had the best of the best, honey.
Yes, my Lord.
Baby, she had the best, honey. This girl was serving off of Versace China when these other girls was just eating off a white plate.
Hello, and plastic.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Is Sweetie still with her?
No, Sweetie gone. And we ain't heard was not Sweetie.
Sweetie went out and became a singer and got all these songs out.
No, that's so weedy.
Yeah,
so weedy.
Different Sweetie, dog.
You're getting your Wheaties and your sauce mixed up. That's so weedy. But, honey, it's a sad thing, though, honey. But we just got to keep our parties lifted up in prayer, honey, because, Lord, have mercy. You know, he said he saw it.
Got up in church and testified that showing you how God can take somebody out of one situation and put it in the other. And I had gave that whole Sweetie testimony at Faith Walker's Sunday. No, and I didn't even know that was a different person because didn't nobody say nothing.
It was a different person, honey.
That's a different Sweetie.
Yep. All right, moving on in other celebrity news with God taking situations and putting in different situations. You know, Rick, I think this is sad in Rock T. I mean, you could help me. I feel bad. It's been reported that Steven Jackson, y'all, allegedly called Ja Morant a moron, honey, for flashing a gun. And yeah, they're saying during an appearance he was on a podcast, they're saying Steven Jackson, honey, called Ja Morant out for receiving his second suspension from the court, y'all, for flashing a gun on social media. He said, quote, I was one guy that actually went to bat for him because I've been a guy who thrown a lot of money at a young age and made a mistake, the former NBA star said. He said, but all the people like me, honey, that was taken up for him that said it was a mistake, he's a young kid, we can't go to bat for him this time. He said, this was the dumbest thing that he could have done. This is a moron move. His parents should be embarrassed. Should they? Should his parents be embarrassed?
Absolutely. Agree 100%.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody seem to be mad at him. I mean, this is like the second time. Like, when you gonna stop?
Yeah, we ain't gonna give up on him.
It's like you trying to lose it. You want to lose it all?
We're gonna give up this season. Just need to take a break from that.
Yeah, he gonna.
Right. Yeah. It was such a close call the first time. You know, and it's not like, you know, he had a heart. Didn't he go to private school, Rock? He had both of his parents his whole life and all of that?
Yeah, man. I mean, he had no reason to try to go out there and act like he's trying to be a little old thug. Come on, man.
Fascinated with that thug life.
Yeah.
They ain't never tasted it. Yep. They want a part of it.
Don't know nothing about it.
Oh, I know a lot of them, child. Ooh.
Yeah, they don't want to go to the high school over in the neighborhood because that high school is considered lame. Let me go over here to the high school where they fighting the teachers and stuff.
Yep.
That high school turned. Just the whole mindset, like, man, bro, what be wrong with y'all?
So true.
You know, and then if you look up, if you go back to celebrities and guns or athletes and guns and look at the results and all of that, or whatever, it don't go together. It don't turn out well. You know what I'm saying? He needs some new friends and stuff, man. You know, we're not judging anyone, but we're gonna tell all young people, man, God give you an opportunity to make it to that level. Man, you got to, you know what I'm saying? All of this, everything you get is a test. It's a test.
Yeah.
You know, and what God has for you is for you, not all these other folks around you, because apparently he don't have any good friends. Opportunists.
Yeah.
Just want
Opportunists,
that's
Well,
crazy.
Well, speaking of friends, Rick, if I'm not mistaken, I got to research this, but that same guy that was holding the camera in the car with Ja, I believe he was the one that got kicked out of the basketball arena for disrupting during games on the sideline.
Yeah, he is.
That's him?
So loyal.
Yep.
Come on,
His
man.
whole Instagram, like, look at my friend Ja Morant. Look at my friend Ja Morant. Like, that's like his identity.
Yeah.
You,
A
Ja
male
Morant's
groupie.
homeboy.
Man, come on.
A male
on,
group,
man.
you don't have no identity other than Jay Morant being your friend. A whole male group, and I just hate it. I hate it to see that young man. Whatever. And then the thing about it is they don't want to be around nobody like us that's talking like us, because we considered lame. And then sometimes the women don't want you to say nothing to let them be. Let them be free. Let them be themselves. Don't talk to them that way. Then we get undermined and emasculated for trying to hold them accountable and be men or whatever. And then they get in this kind of trouble. Then, well, can you talk to him? See, all that stuff.
It's too late now.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we just got to pray for him. Bless his spirit, honey.
We already prayed the first time he pulled the gun out. What more we need to do?
Our
need to
prayer
all
we
get
wore out now.
baptized. Say what?
Our prayer just wore out now.
Telling you.
God said he ain't listening no more.
Yeah, we tired of talking. We sorry, Lord. We sorry to bother you, Lord.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My
thing.
color today, y'all, is sun-washed. On the high, you say sun-washed blonde, and on the low, you say beautiful gold. That's your color for today, y'all.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Health, happiness, and hope. It's Wellness Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
There it is, y'all. All right, y'all. Every Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show is Wellness Wednesday. We got the one and only Dr. M.J. Collier is back with an update from the medical community, and we also going to be answering your general medical questions. Dr. Collier, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, Rock T, The Brat, Special K, Maria Moore, and Gary with the T. Good morning, RSMS crew. Rickey, so good to be here this morning, and thank you once again for the opportunity to bring healthcare information to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Our topic today, Rickey, is arthritis. This is a disease state that's going to affect 80 to 90% of the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. And once again, this disease disproportionately affects people of color. And so the question is, Rickey, what is arthritis? It's a term that you hear bantered about all the time. It's a word that when you break it down, it eloquently describes the disease state. Arthur means joint, and itis means inflammation of. So the word arthritis simply means inflammation of your joints.
Oh.
There are two distinct disease states, Rickey. You have rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. Now, osteo is the one that's going to affect the vast majority of people. These two conditions are often confused because they both belong in the family of diseases, and Grandmama used to call it my rheumatism. So these are all rheumatoid disease states. Okay, but osteoarthritis is a mechanical condition. It's degenerative joint disease. It's where you basically gradually wear down the joints and the cartilage in the joints. And the most common risk factor is aging. So if you live long enough, you're going to be affected. Arthritis, on the other hand, is not caused by normal wear and tear of bones. It's an inflammatory condition that leads to secretion of inflammatory substances that gradually destroy the structure of the joint. So if you look at the hands of somebody with rheumatoid arthritis, they have substantive and significant joint deformities. That can be infectious, it can be genetic, it can be metabolic, it can be autoimmune, or due to other chemical imbalances. So the symptoms of both conditions are joint pain. But this is the distinct difference, Rickey. In osteoarthritis, the pain usually occurs when the joint is moving, and it's decreased when the joint is at rest. In rheumatoid arthritis, the joint movement usually reduces the intensity of the pain, and it often gets worse at night when you're trying to rest, particularly when you're trying to sleep. In rheumatoid arthritis, also, the joint is hot, red, and swollen. So that is an easy way to clearly make that distinction amongst when you're being seen and diagnosed by your doctor. And so oftentimes, everybody comes in, they want to get CT scans and MRIs. You don't need those tests to make the diagnosis, but you can use them to stage the disease. There are also blood tests, Rickey, that will distinguish between the two. There are specific markers in the blood for rheumatoid arthritis that are not there for osteoarthritis. And so, but you can oftentimes just look at the joint, particularly the hands. When you get those big knuckles, those are not big knuckles. Those are what are called osteonodes, and that is a clear and distinctive diagnostic test or evaluation for osteoarthritis. How do you treat it? Physical therapy, lifestyle changes. Virtually everybody benefits when they have arthritis from weight loss. So you can use over-the-counter non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like Motrin, Advil, or Aleve, and other natural anti-inflammatories such as vitamin D, omega-3 fish oil, low-impact exercises, which I know Maria Moore can specialize in for patients that she needs to specialize her exercise regimen with that have arthritis. Now, what people often ask me, Rickey, what foods can I eat to help? There are actually foods that will help with your arthritis. There are foods like cherries. Tart cherries are very good for arthritis. Broccoli. Kale is also very good. Blueberries are very good. And fish, the omega-3 oil that's in fish is very good, but you also can take, again, supplements like vitamin D and omega-3 fish oil that will help tremendously with your arthritis changes. So if you live long enough, you're going to have those problems, oftentimes starting in the knees, then the hips. Latter stages, of course, the treatment always becomes surgical. Starts off with minor surgical procedures like arthroscopic surgery where they go in and, quote, clean out the joint, very common in knees. And then later stages, total joint replacement, hip and knee replacements, yes.
Come on, man, we got to go to the phones now.
We ready. That was closing out right there.
No, don't close it out. No, we got to answer a question.
Let's go.
Hold on 1 second. You on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I've been having a lot of stomach problems for the past year and a half. I've had endoscopies. The last one test was endoscopy, discovered that I had ileum problems, like the ileum was inflamed. And I'm trying to see, is that supposed to be Crohn's disease? What type of medicine would be good for that to try to get the inflammation down on the ileum?
Okay, so the ileum, that's the first part of the small intestines. So that when that becomes inflamed, that's ileitis. And a good therapy for that, again, natural anti-inflammatories like omega-3 fish oil, but probiotics will change your life. So you need to take probiotics or eat Greek-style yogurt with high amounts of probiotics in them on a daily basis. And after a few weeks, you'll notice marked improvement in that.
All right, Joe and Dr. Collier, good morning.
Yes, I want to ask how long after medication expires, antibiotics, medicine like that, can you use or take it? How long can you wait or can you use?
Okay, this is Dr. Collier's medical opinion, and this is our also medical fact. If the medications have been stored in a controlled environment where they're at a good temperature, they're not being exposed to a lot of moisture or whatever, they are still good, probably up to a year after their expiration date. But again, just get them renewed if you can. But if not, they're not going to harm you. They may not be as effective, but usually there's no breakdown. But if you've been keeping them in the bathroom and they've been exposed to a lot of moisture, you keeping them in your car, in the glove compartment or something, then you probably need to toss those and dispose of them. And don't flush your medications down the toilet because there's too many medicines in the water supplies of most big cities now. So we don't want to do that. You just, dispose them. I usually put water in the bottle, shake it up, and dissolve the tablets, but then put the bottle in the usual trash.
Yeah. And yes, ma'am, them penicillins, they're still good to use, ma'am. Let's go to the next call. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, I want to ask Dr. Collier. I find that my vagina is very tight every time during sex. My partner, of course, isn't upset about it, but sometimes entry makes it harder to enjoy. Is there anything that I can do to avoid that?
Come on, my house.
Call me.
Ma'am.
In your situation, lubrication and moisturizing. You need to make sure that you are ready and receptive to be penetrated, and it's very important that you are well lubricated. And then, again, the status of your partner. If your partner is overly endowed or blessed, as Rickey Smiley is, then, this is not necessarily a problem, but something that you need to accommodate.
He heard me say,
to.
Pause.
Wait a minute. What just happened?
Man law violation.
I mean, he is your doctor, so he would have information about your body parts. It's fine. Thank you for answering that question, Dr. Collier.
This is well known among
hold on.
Hold on.
Dr. Collier has seen my balls. Dr. Collier seen my balls. Yeah, that's my doctor. Hold on. Dr. Collier's my doctor. He's seen my balls.
All right. Okay. We got it. Thank you.
Right. Hey, Brett. I had to use 2 rooms. You heard me?
Oh, Jesus.
Brett
can paint it.
There's so much violation going on right now.
He done seen my balls. He's my damn medical doctor. He seen my balls. Let's go to the call.
All right, we got it. We heard you the first 5 times.
Go to a commercial.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Collier.
Hey, ladies, y'all heard what Dr. Collier said, didn't you? And that lady that's talking about, she got that little problem. Hey, ma'am, stay on hold, please. Somebody get our number. All the caller ID where I can get you right.
Dr. Collier, how can people find you, Dr. Collier?
You can find me.
I need somebody like her. Then here y'all come after y'all done had all them puppies. He done see my balls.
All right.
Don't get information.
Dr. Collier.
At Ask Dr. MJ. And remember, go to my website, lipodrops.com, to find out how you can get supplements such as vitamin D and omega-3 fish oil to help with your disease states. Stick and stay. Don't you dare go away. You listening to Dr. MJ on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. These are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, definitely not those of Maria Moore or other cast members of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, these big old balls. Oh, these balls.
All right.
Quickies.
Rickey got them big old balls. Rickey got them big old balls.
Quickies.
I do a cat sound when he meow backwards.
Quickies.
That Rick look like he only washed his face with his hands.
Quickies.
My name's Julia Davenport. Hello.
Morning Show.
Quickies.
Ricky, your balls are too big for one room.
Quickies.
Ricky, that new Liberty Mutual commercial. Bruh, the emu son hanging with the white man's son. You gotta watch it, bruh.
Quickies.
Hey, yeah, this is Tim calling from Memphis. Dr. Collier didn't give her a full diagnosis for the tight vagina. We call that snapback.
Quickies.
You are more powerful than you think.
Quickies.
I can't stand the rain against my window.
Quickies.
You do great things for you. You do great things for you.
Quickies.
Look at it. Look at Rickey Smiley. Pretty Ricky is what they call him. Nah, that's Rick Fox.
Quickies.
Wrap it up, smack it, rub it down.
Quickies. Quickies.
Orlando needs karaoke party tickets for your birthday. Think about us, Ricky. We love you.
Quickies.
You told Hoppo to be me.
Quickies.
Hey, yo, Ricky, what up, call? It's your boy. It's Blake Reggie. Blake came up on some more helicopter parts, so I'm going to see if you need them, call.
Quickies.
He seen my balls.
Quickies.
Good morning, Ricky. Have you ever noticed as well that Black Tony's friend Darius and Chef Boudreaux sound alike?
Quickies.
Hey, Ricky, do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in or not? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental shoulder? Do your balls hang low?
Quickies.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Quickies.
Ricky Smiley got dookie shoes.
Quickies.
The big old ball, Dr. Collie done seen these big old ball. Big old ball, Dr. Collie done seen Ricky big old ball.
Boy. Hey, Rock. Yeah, dog. Hey, something wrong with all y'all. Y'all don't call back up here no more. Y'all don't know how to act. We ain't doing quickies no more. Black folks be doing too much. All right, y'all. I got songs that'll stay in your head all day. Up next. Gary, Gary, did you get up and spin?
I got up and spin, baby, but they didn't want to dim the lights, though. I'm like, child, dim these damn lights, honey. Did you hear what she said? Miss Summers, honey.
Do anybody remember how great that song was, man, when we was kids?
Yeah.
Man.
That song, Dim the Lights in radio, the fact that it started off slow and it just pick up speed, man. Yeah. I love when the song pick up speed in the middle with that whole disco era was so dope, man. I love my mom would take a speaker. She had a what they call a component set, whatever. She would take one of those speakers and add speaker wire and put one speaker on the front porch. We were living in the projects, man, and put that speaker on the front porch. I can be outside, me and my sister be outside playing with the other kids, and you can hear that whole album, man. Between that album, Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder, all freaking day. All day, that Donna Summer, that Bad Girl. I think we're going to play that one tomorrow as well. So I'm just excited about the documentary of Donna Summers, man. It's about time that somebody give us some recognition because y'all got Beyonce, but Donna Summer was Beyonce. What do you remember most about Donna Summer, Gary?
First of all, she was such a classy lady. I loved that much about it, and I used to love her hair. It was like a fluffy. It wasn't an afro, but it was nice and curly. And she was just a classy young lady. And, she was a very sexy woman, too. And, people, like I said before, people didn't really care for Miss Summers that much because they thought she was a little bit too sexualized. But she made good music. But you're talking about all these other songs, but Rick and I still love MacArthur Park, though.
Which one?
MacArthur Park. That was the song, she said they found, they had a cake in the park and they baked it and whatever. You got to listen to that one, too, MacArthur Park.
And what about Love to Love You, Baby?
Oh, now that was the one that was really kind of sexy because, she was kind of moaning in that one, honey.
Yeah, she was doing some moaning in that one.
Yes, honey, baby.
I remember
she was moaning in that one, honey.
I'm sitting up there listening to that as a kid. Like, I'll play that over and over. I went to my mom and the lady played it. Oh, love to love you, babe. I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, what is all that moaning for?
Getting that little chubby.
Yes, sir. Sitting up there with that damn album, Donna Summers in that album looking sexy, but then she looked good. You know what I would like to see? I hope they give that role. If they really do that movie and let Kelly Rowland play Donna Summer because she would kill it. I would love to see Kelly Rowland, which is one of my favorite artists, play Donna Summer. That would be good. I just get excited about Donna Summer because she's one of my favorite all-time artists as a kid, and I hate that she died because she was young. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 10 minutes after the hour, y'all. Listen, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill on Monday banning tax dollars from being used in state colleges for diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. In a sweeping measure that also places restrictions on classroom discussion of race. So our next guest is the only certified teacher in Georgia teaching AP, that's African American Studies. And he has made it his mission to educate the masses about African American studies and DEI programs. Y'all, please welcome to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, educator, advocate, and freedom fighter, Rashad Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing? Good morning, everybody.
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for jumping on with us this morning. We happy to have you. Now, I got to ask you, what is DEI? And why is funding for DEI and the teaching of African American studies so controversial in Florida?
Well, it's controversial in Florida because you have a governor down there who really wants to rewrite history, right? Like, he really wants to pretend as if everything is fair and equal and equitable currently, but we know that's just historically inaccurate, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion is basically the premise is that we want to create a fair, equal environment where we give everybody opportunities where they have been historically disenfranchised from. As you mentioned, I'm the only certified teacher teaching AP African American Studies in Georgia and one of 60 in the country. And this is a really big blow to black and brown communities, not only in Florida, but across the country, because other governors in other states are looking at Florida as a template for potentially implementing similar policies.
Well, what have your students, parents, and community members expressed when observing you teach this course?
So the wonderful thing when I teach this course is we really get to talk about real issues and real things. And it's a loving, caring, nurturing environment where we just put things in historical perspective. So, for example, one activity we did, we looked at anti-literacy laws. And anti-literacy laws were passed all throughout the antebellum South, right? And these laws literally said teaching anybody who was a former slave or enslaved to read and write was a crime, punishable under law. You could be fined, imprisoned, and so on and so forth. And ironically, the students compared the states that passed the anti-literacy laws to the current states who want to ban African American studies as well as DEI. And ironically, Ricky, they found that the states were very, very similar, which goes to show that they are threatened when people access knowledge. There is a threat because when you gain more knowledge, you are now more so able to advocate for your rights, advocate for equal treatment under the law. And so that was always historically seen as a threat. So we're seeing a re-emergence of these modern-day anti-literacy laws.
So, Mr. Brown, what are you doing to further the mission of teaching African American studies, especially in the states that are currently banned in it, like Florida?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm doing is I've started a nonprofit organization, African American Studies Experience, and what I'm doing is I'm going around to different school districts and different businesses and organizations to kind of bring together everybody to understand the importance of teaching African American studies as well as DEI. I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but in places like Florida, for example, you have Japanese studies, Italian studies, German studies, everybody else's studies, but the only one that is banned is African American studies. So we've started a nonprofit called African American Studies Experience, and I'm the African American Studies guru, which is to say that I'm going to take the lead, and I'm using this as a personal mission to further this cause because this is something that everyone needs to know. African American history is American history. It's not something separate, and it's not something that we're going to allow the governor of Florida or anyone else to erase.
So how can, Dr. Brown, how can people get involved with standing up for diversity, equity, and inclusion and supporting your mission?
Well, I have a website, aasguru.com, and I would just love people to come and visit. We have different seminars that we do. I've been around the country. I've been to Columbia University with the Black Educators Rock Convention and the Off School Grounds Convention. I'm going to speak there later this summer in Jacksonville, July 13th through the 16th. And if you just visit my website, we host different educational seminars for teachers. I work with school districts to help teach this curriculum because There's only 60 schools currently right now in the country where this course is offered, but it is going to be expanding. And so I want to be able to really help educate school districts and teachers about how to implement this curriculum, how to really ingratiate the community, because we all know, Ricky, that getting community involvement is always one of the most important steps when we're talking about being a change agent and being really active. And this is what we're going to have to do. So if you would, just please visit my website at aasguru.com. We can help further this mission, and we're going to take on DeSantis. We call him Trump light around here, but he's not going to be able to erase our history.
Hey, Mr. Rashad Brown, we're going to have you come on, and I want you to really break down how dangerous Ron DeSantis is. And
he's
what I'm
very
hearing.
dangerous.
Oh, yeah,
you
man.
know he's dangerous if you take on Mickey Mouse. I mean, how you don't like Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, and
I would love to come on, Ricky.
Yeah, he's just as racist as Trump, but he's smarter. That's the difference.
And that's the real danger, because he can twist words and make it seem as if being inclusive is somehow racist and discriminatory. And you know, when you're used to being on top, Ricky, when you're used to being the only one in the room, when you try to bring other people in the room, you seem as if you're being put down. But it's not putting down to include others. And this is what we have to get out. This is the message that we have to bring out. Bringing other people in does not mean that you're being excluded out.
Man, we really appreciate you, man. I love having you on, and then also, Mr. Rashad Brown, want to talk about that gerrymandering and how they doing all of the redistricting, trying to set it up where people that look like me and you don't have nobody to represent us in any of the state houses, all of it, because I'm telling y'all, local government is so important. Just watch what's going on. Watch what's going on. So, Mr. Rashad Brown, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to having you back. One more time, giving your website, one more again.
aasguru.com. That's African American Studies Guru, aasguru.com. And I look forward to coming to join you all. Thank you so much for having me in this morning, and I pray for everyone, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
No, man, thank you. Thank you. Rashad Brown, ladies and gentlemen, got the front page. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 26 minutes after the hour, I got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Wednesday headlines. A teacher in Missouri who was initially placed on administrative leave after a video circulating on social media showed him using the N-word at least twice in class is no longer employed. This according to a statement from the Springfield Public Schools District. On May 9th, the principal of Glendale High School sent a letter to staff and families addressing the language used by the teacher, calling it inappropriate and inexcusable. In other news, researchers now have a major clue that could help protect people at risk for Alzheimer's. A man with a rare gene maintained normal brain function for decades longer than he should have based on his family history. Scientists say that understanding how this gene change defended his brain may help Alzheimer's in other people. Lastly, Ricky, who would have thought a 4-year-old can save a life? The American Heart Association, the European Resuscitation Council, and the International Liaison Committee on Resuscitation published a scientific statement that details evidence showing school children as young as 4 now know how to call for help in a medical emergency, and that by age 10 to 12, y'all, children can administer effective chest compressions when performing CPR. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit Rickey Smiley. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I hope there's a real breakthrough with that Alzheimer's stuff, because my great-grandma in there washing them dishes in that cold water and stuff, and wonder why don't nobody want to eat over there. I just hope that she just don't like hot water at all, and she not going to let you turn that hot water tank up either. No, sir. The hottest that water going to go. That's why we're not eating over there. She's not using that dishwasher, and they, when they get that age, they don't rinse them dishes off. So I'm glad whatever they find it, because she's starting to do little weird stuff that I don't like.
Yeah.
Say, man.
You know how it is.
Man,
we're gonna make sure she first in line. All right. Rock T, it's your turn.
Let's talk about these sports, man. NBA playoffs continued last night. Western Conference Finals. Lakers got down 21 points, but they came back but they fell short. Nuggets take a 1-0 lead in that round. Nikola Jokic had 34 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, triple-double. Anthony Davis showed up, man. He had 40 points tonight. Game 1. Hey, sit back, man. That series.
But damn, what they need, Rock?
They just got to keep doing what they're doing. They discovered something in the second half. All right, so they jumped out on them. LeBron said it best. They punched him in the mouth in that first half, but they got back in it. So it's going to get interesting the rest of the way. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tonight, Miami versus Boston. I can't wait to see what Jimmy Buckets Butler's going to do. But Memphis Grizzlies superstar Ja Morant, he released a statement regarding his recent IG Live gun video, saying that he's pretty much still got to work on himself. I know his words don't mean anything right now, but he's going to do what he has to do to kind of get everybody's trust back. But NBA Commissioner Adam Silver expressed his thoughts.
My concern, and I thought he shared with me, that millions, if not tens of millions of kids globally would see him as having done something that was celebrating in a way. You know, that act of using a firearm in that fashion. Now, we're in the process of investigating it, but we'll figure out, you know, exactly what happened there.
Yeah, he's gonna suffer a huge expense.
Spending almost the whole next year up here flashing a track meet pistol.
Right. Right. Pretty much what it was.
Little bit ass gun, man.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
I just don't understand the mentality and the mindset, bro. You could be doing big things, inspiring kids, helping folks. The community needs you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I'm more pissed off at Ja for making a bonehead mistake or his friend in the car filming it, like not being a real friend.
They have absolutely no discretion. I don't think the friend was trying not to be a friend. They just got caught up in the moment and got too hyped, man. And he don't have no discretion.
Nah, dog. That ain't no friend.
Best friend. He need to chill.
That ain't no real friend, dog. I can't give him.
And what his whole page is Ja Morant. Yeah. Like he don't have no identity. I don't know, man. That's a good example of what these pastors trying to tell everybody. It ain't meant for everybody to go with you. Some people ain't gonna understand. Everything is on the line. Now, when Ja Morant lose everything he got, is the little dude gonna be around? You know what I'm saying?
It's scary,
crazy.
Man. All right, man. That's my quick sports report right there. Brad got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This thing was being brought to you by
Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar removes unseen dirt and debris that gets in the way of the blades for effortless shaving in one efficient stroke. Gillette, the best a man can get. Briggity Tat, what's happening?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Rick Ross's second annual car and bike show has been denied a permit to host the event at his Georgia mansion. Now, according to XXL, the permit was denied yesterday by Fayette County because it is not in compliance with Fayette County zoning ordinance. Now, Ross was slated to host the car show at his Promised Land home estate on June 3rd. Now, the doc reads, any decision to allow the 2022 event to move forward as a conditional use in the district was made outside of the scope of authority and of the then acting director of planning and zoning administrator. Ross responded to the news saying via IG, breaking news. The Rick Ross Car Show June 3rd goes on. It must go on. It's a private event on private property with VIPs and you're invited. Tickets still available online. It's going to be a beautiful event. Shout out to the beautiful city of Fayetteville. Now, Ross continued, this is when I become great during the challenges. I don't have a problem going against the challenges because Ricky Rose ready. So does this mean he's still going to try to have it at his house?
Yeah, they said. Now, I saw the news this morning. He said he was still having it. So
I see his point, but I see the city's point, too, because having it on his property is not the issue. It's getting them to his property that's causing the problem because you got 7,000 people on a 2-lane road trying to get onto a property.
Coming up on national.
That's the problem. It's a 2-lane road.
You out here on your motorcycle and getting chased by some of them buffaloes. That don't go together. I ain't never seen that mixed up with them damn buffaloes and them people out trying to ride a motorcycle. Now, buffaloes don't like motorcycles. Look at all the videos with buffaloes running people out of Yellowstone.
Maybe he'll use a shuttle.
I don't think the buffalo.
7,000 people?
I don't know.
Yeah, all the people. That's
It's too
the
many.
problem.
It's too
7,000
many
people?
trying to squeeze into. It's like a funnel.
But there's a
You
back
can't funnel
road and
all
there's
that.
some side roads, but the main one is Old National.
Yeah, and that's the only one most people know.
Yeah.
And then they're
most of the
gonna
people
let them
aren't from
down.
here.
Them buffaloes gonna get out on okay, what's gonna happen when buffaloes get out on Old National?
Wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out where the buffaloes came in at. Oh, his
Because he got buffaloes.
They keep
Right, he
escaping.
does have buffaloes.
Wandering over to the neighbor's house.
Yeah, they gonna.
They better not go down. Them buffalo better not go to the other end of Old National. It's gonna be some buffalo burgers.
Buffalo.
Them Negroes on the other end of Old National. There's gonna be some buffalo sliders, some buffalo burgers, some buffalo ribs. They gonna shoot.
What they gonna do with the buffalo head, especially? What they gonna make out
Big
of?
ass pit bull over there. Ain't no pit bull. That's a buffalo.
But
Oh Lord.
but
What'd you say, Rock?
are the buffaloes gonna pay the bills?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
That was terrible.